Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets of the corporate world. And today we're looking at Ardent Health Incorporated, a company making some interesting moves in their credit agreements. Sounds dry, right? Stick around because we're going to break down exactly what this means for their future. Before we dive in, if you love getting clear, no nonsense insights from complex corporate filings, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, come join our growing community on Discord, linked in the description below, where we discuss these kinds of insights live. So what we have here is an announcement from Ardent Health Incorporated about some pretty significant changes to their borrowing arrangements. Essentially, they've updated two of their main credit agreements. Think of these like contracts that spell out how much money they can borrow, the terms of those loans, and how they have to pay it back. This isn't just about shuffling paper, it is about securing their funding and potentially making it cheaper to borrow money. Let us break down the most important changes. First, they essentially paid off all their old term loans and replaced them with new ones. This is like refinancing your mortgage when interest rates are lower. The big news here is that they've pushed back the due date on these loans. Instead of needing to pay it all back by August of 2028, they now have until September of 2032. That is an extra 4 years, which gives the company a lot more breathing room to operate and invest without the immediate pressure of repaying a huge chunk of debt. But that is not all. They've also managed to get a better deal on the interest rate. They've managed to cut the interest rate by 0.5% or 50 basis points. That might not sound like a lot, but over the life of a big loan, that can save the company millions of dollars. This means the cost of borrowing has gone down, making their debt less of a burden. They also tweaked some of the rules around how they can spend money, and importantly, how much debt they can take on in the future. These changes, called increased baskets for negative covenants, give them more flexibility. Now, there is a second agreement they updated, the ABL credit agreement. Think of this as a revolving line of credit, like a credit card for businesses, that is usually tied to their assets. The main update here was to make the rules about how much debt they can take on consistent with the new term loan agreement. It is not as dramatic as the changes to the term loan, as it didn't extend the repayment date or significantly alter the core terms, but it is about ensuring all their borrowing rules are aligned. And what about what comes next? Well, they V-filed the actual amendment documents as exhibits. These are the full legal agreements. You can look at Exhibit 10.1 for the term loan changes and Exhibit 10.2 for the ABL credit agreement changes. They also filed a press release from the 22nd of September, which might give us some more color on how they respinning this news. Now, let us zoom out a bit. Ardent Health Incorporated is a big player in the healthcare industry. They own and operate hospitals and clinics across the country. Companies like this often rely heavily on debt financing to build new facilities, acquire other healthcare providers, and manage their day-to-day operations. So when they make changes to their credit agreements, it's a signal about their financial strategy and their outlook. By refinancing their term loans and extending the maturity date, Ardent Health is effectively de-risking their debt profile. They reducing their immediate financial obligations and locking in more favorable interest rates. This is a common and generally positive move, especially in an environment where interest rates might be expected to fluctuate. It suggests that management is confident in the company's ability to generate enough cash flow to service its debt over the longer term. The reduction in interest rates is a direct benefit to their bottom line, meaning more profit can be retained within the company rather than going to lenders. However, it is always important to consider the other side. Extending debt maturity could also mean they are planning significant investments or acquisitions in the future that might require substantial funding, and they want to ensure their financial flexibility. Also, while rates have been reduced, healthcare is a complex industry facing ongoing regulatory changes and cost pressures. So, while this move strengthens their financial position, it doesn't eliminate all potential challenges. Looking at the broader picture, companies like Ardent Health are essential for communities, but running them profitable is a constant balancing act. Their ability to secure better loan terms and extend repayment periods speaks to their creditworthiness and presumably to their perceived stability by financial institutions like Bank of America. This is a good sign for their operational capacity and their ambition for future growth. In conclusion, Ardent Health Incorporated has made some smart financial maneuvers with these credit agreement amendments. They effectively lowered their cost of borrowing and secured more time to repay their debts. This should provide a solid financial foundation for their continued operations and any future expansion plans. The key takeaway here is increased financial flexibility and reduced immediate debt pressure, which are generally positive indicators for the company S Health. Now, what is your take on these financial moves? Do you think Ardent Health is setting itself up for success, or are there hidden risks we should be aware of? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Remember to join our Discord community in the description for more real time discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.